Today, I wanted to talk just a little bit about the plan for Launchpad Navigator, the Launchpad. Excuse me. I wanted to make something that would provide quick and meaningful transformation in people's lives. And I think one of the things that it needs to be is very clear that this is not just a long-term coaching thing up front. It's not, getting people to get hooked in and find that they're going to take them months, maybe years, to figure out what they want to do and where they want to go. Navigator's purpose is to get a clear and very concise idea of what you can do to make change in your business and change in your life, and find that in 4 weeks. And to get one great thought or idea going, or maybe more. I know I had more than that when I went through the process. So it's something, clarity, there's the first thing. The second thing is focus. And the focus is that many times as a overwhelmed business owner, it's hard to get focused. By using the process, by walking and talking and meeting once a week with a group in a coaching or a mastermind situation, it's really going to help you to get clear and to focus, because you're going to have some accountability. Inside the Navigator itself, there's accountability in that every day after your session, you're going to get an email that talks about what you talked about and what you're going to do. And that way you've got some clarity that really helps you to understand what the next step is. And it's quick. There's no, a week later kind of thing. It's a quick response that you can go the next day and find out what you want to do, and then see if you're accountable to it. And it keeps you moving really quick. The time commitment to this is only, I'd say 5 to 10 minutes is great. If you can come up with an extra 5 minutes in your day, you'll get results. If you can come up with 10 minutes in a day, you're going to see some real transformation. So I just say 10 minutes. It can be any time of day that you want. I mean, if you wake up in the middle of the night and want to talk to Coach Jeff, he's going to be there waiting for you. And that's one of the great things about the program is there's no time schedule that you have to show up for a call or do something every day. It's just that you need to show up and do it. Your time schedule. So, you've got clarity, you've got quick time, you've got focus, and then the purpose of the 4 weeks is to come up with a business plan that you can use for the next 30 days that will provide that meaningful transformation that you need in your business and your life in order to really make a difference. So those things are really, that's the purpose of the Navigator and Coach Jeff to do that. Now, the weekly calls, the weekly meetings, are something that I added in because it's something that I found over the years in coaching really helps. And to get together with a group and to discuss things, share what you've learned, to get that camaraderie and that sometimes, I won't say competition, but it's a cooperation amongst people that you're seeing something happens. So we have the group in the online group, but we also have the group that's going to meet once a week. So you've got support there if you need help. And of course, you've got me here. And if you need more help or you're having difficulty with the process, I'm going to be here to help too. So by doing all that together, it's really like a high-end coaching program. It's something that would be very similar to what I would do for my mastermind group that I have. And it's something that will keep you moving, and you'll have as much support as you need. And, with having the 24/7 Coach Jeff AI chatbot, you can talk back and forth anytime giving you that support that you need. So really what it's all about is quick, meaningful transformation that's going to do things for you. Now, I saw this in a program that I went through that was a lot more money than this, by the way, called Wingman. And Wingman, I watched the 4 week transformation of the people in that group, and it was pretty amazing what happened. And it was, to me, I wasn't even thinking about this idea until I saw what happened within that group. And that group was great. So let's just talk about the meetings. There won't really be a hard structure for the meetings, those 4 weekly meetings, but I've got kind of a game plan for them. And I think it's going to be meaningful to show up because there's going to be things that can happen within that hour and a half meeting each week. And I'm going to run them just like I would my mastermind groups that I run. And it's going to be start out each week with a check-in and just go around the table per se and say what transformation, what we've learned, what's going on with each person, what's your big win, what's the thing that's happening in your world or your business that's been a positive result based upon what you've been doing. And then we'll have a quick lesson or a demo of the system, or we'll talk about different subjects. I've got a list of subjects here that I know I'm going to be talking about. One will be just going through the system and making sure everybody understands that. That'll be the first week. And then the second week, we'll talk about how to refine the prompts that you're talking to Navigator, that you're talking to Coach Jeff with to get answers that you want, how to best say that. I mean, it's going to happen anyway. You're just going to say what you want to say, but there are ways that you can prompt it a little bit, and we're going to send those daily prompts too, along with the email each day to remind you to use Coach Jeff. And there's a little prompt in there if you're stuck, don't know what to ask. There'll be a little prompt you can use that'll help you move. But then we'll talk about using those and how they work. And then we'll use the third topic that we'll talk about will be using Navigator for brainstorming, for market research, and how to actually track and figure out where your improvements need to be for yourself and your business. And finally, the fourth week, we're going to walk through a 30-day plan builder that will help you to build that 30-day plan, which then will come back to me, and I'll take time to go through each one for everybody in the group and make sure that the 30-day plan lines up with goals that you've had over the past month. And then finally, of course, you'll end up with a final business plan sent to you that'll be actionable items for the next 30 days that'll give you more transformation than what you've had during the program. So that's kind of the blueprint per se for the program, and why I'm doing it this way is to give you the experience of coaching, to give you the experience of transformation, to really get some clarity and to do it quickly. So I hope it sounds good to you. If you have questions or you have ideas, I'm open to those. I'm not set in stone on any of that part of it. I'm open to, if you said, I think it'd be a great idea to add something, I would certainly be willing to listen and probably willing to change if there's something there that you think would be a better idea. I really appreciate your input, and I appreciate you signing up early for the launch group, as it's something that, there's only going to be 25 spots. And the reason for that is I just want to get those first people in there, we're going to do a beta test internally, but this will be the beta test before we go public with the program, probably in November. So I hope you'll take time to go get signed up right now. The link's down below. That'll give you a chance to be one of those first 25 people in the group and get the big discount. So thanks so much for listening. Hope that your day's great. You always have a choice to do what you want to do each day. And that choice starts out with the thoughts that you concentrate on. What you think about, you bring about. And I hope that your thoughts are great today. If they're not, take a few minutes, go inside, look at what you need to do, look at what you want to do, and come up with a great thought or a great way to do it. I'm Coach Jeff, the real Coach Jeff, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in Navigator Launchpad. Take care.